With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Jay Earhart in for Donna Bush. In our top story, speaking to his government strategic policy statement in the House, Premier, the Honorable Alden McLaughlin, detailed a catalog of positive indicators that bode well for the Cayman Islands economy.
But there is good news, Madam Speaker. Our managed vacancy program is working with early savings noted in personnel costs, and the government will retain positive cash outcomes throughout the fiscal year, meaning we will not require an overdraft facility. Revenues of $5 million collected in the first quarter from annual permanent residence work permit fees are already $2.1 million more than the full budget year projections. More good news, Madam Speaker, is that Cayman Airways and the Port Authority are two statutory authorities that are reporting positive early results. We've also recorded a $2.7 million positive variance in stamp duty on land transfers for the first quarter. Things are getting better, Madam Speaker. As the Minister of Finance has said, based on the economic performance for 2013 and the first 6 months of 2014, estimated GDP growth for year-end 2013-14 stands at 1.6%, while the forecast for year-end 2014-15 remains at 2.1%. Madam Speaker, these growth rates are the strongest estimated so far for the country during the post-2008 global financial crisis period. We've seen economic growth in wholesale and retail trade, hotels and restaurants, transport, storage and communication, real estate, renting and business activities, and construction. Because we are fiscally prudent, we project overall revenue of $661,224,000 for the 2015-16 budget year, up from the $648,172,000 unaudited figure in the 2013-14 budget. We are forecasting to grow the economy year on year with government revenues expected of some $672,205,000 in the 2016-17 fiscal year and $703,993,000 in fiscal year 2017-18. Additionally, Madam Speaker, because of the outstanding operating performance in 2013-14, government's closing cash balance for that fiscal year was $10.9 million higher than originally budgeted.
Meanwhile, Finance Minister, the Honorable Marco Archer, stated that the island's economic outlook for the next 3 financial years shows sustainable growth in gross domestic product, or GDP, relatively stable inflation rates, and declining unemployment.
Madam Speaker, where the GDP of a country is growing at a moderate but sustainable rate, and its inflation levels are kept in check, that is an excellent indicator of a thriving economy. The Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation, which represents the variation in prices paid by the typical consumers for retail goods and services, is expected to grow by an average of 2.3% in the 3-year period covered by the SPS. Madam Speaker, the unemployment rate varies with economic growth and the anticipated creation of increased employment opportunities. In the Cayman Islands, we are anticipating a reduction in the unemployment rate from 5.9% in the 2014-15 to 5.7% in 2015-16, down to 4.9% by the fiscal year 2017-18.
Aside from a steady performance by government, which is expected to be its strongest in recent years, other factors contributing to growth include domestic private consumption and investments. The current Legislative Assembly session continues through the end of the week, and you can watch live right here on CIGTV during the days and see it played back during the night. Well, this weekend, the Premier McLaughlin heads to London to sit down with representatives of the United Kingdom government and other overseas territories from the 1st to the 4th of December. At the annual Joint Ministerial Council meetings, participants review and implement strategy and commitments in the 2012 White Paper, the overseas territories' security, success, and sustainability. The Premier will begin his UK visit by hosting a reception for Caymanian students on Saturday, November 29th. On December 4th, he'll host a dinner for current and potential friends of Cayman, and other dignitaries who are going to be making the trip include Her Excellency the Governor, Helen Kilpatrick, Financial Services Minister, the Honorable Wayne Panton, Chief Secretary Samuel Rose, Home Affairs Chief Officer Eric Bush, the Joint Ministerial Council Sherpa Jason Webster, and Political Advisor Roy Tatum. The group will return to the Cayman Islands on the 5th of December. Finally, hearty congratulations to the Cayman Islands' newest gold medal winners, star squash players Marlene West and Cameron Stafford. The mixed doubles squash partners defeated Mexico 2-1 yesterday to win gold at the 2014 Central American and Caribbean Games in Veracruz, Mexico. The Cayman Islands Olympic Committee sent local athletes across 7 sports to the games, which were from the 15th to the 30th of November. And before we leave you, remember to watch CIGTV tonight for today's sessions of the Legislative Assembly. Also, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook and YouTube channel. We invite you to tune into Radio Cayman's For the Record and talk today's shows, week mornings and days. For now, I'm Jay Gerhardt. Thanks for joining us.